I love Dexter, but I must admit it's been an interesting ride as a fan. While there's been many weird and let's just say questionable finales to television shows, for whatever reason, this franchise seems to be now known for having bad endings, which is truly crazy and disheartening at the same time because it's happened twice now. And worse yet was that the first ending was so bad that they brought the show back with full knowledge and awareness of just how bad it was to now learn and correct their mistakes, only to have that second ending be just as muddy and unsatisfying and a letdown to its massive fan base. It feels like this franchise is somehow cursed. But at the same time, what I kind of love about this show and everything around it is that it feels like the creators and Michael C. Hall himself are determined to give the show the proper send-off it deserves because, yes, Dexter is back again with Dexter Original Sin, the prequel to Dexter showcasing his early life and career. And to anyone who believes this is just another cash grab reboot, yes, I have absolutely no leg to stand on with this argument against it because it does feel like, once again, Paramount is continuing to milk the good old Dexter cash cow to us hapless, devoted fans who really just want to see this wonderful character continue, but also have that actually decent ending once and for all. So I don't care. I'm aware of it. It feels like the creators and everyone involved are aware of it. Just continue the story, make your money, but for the love of God, please just do it right this time. And if you come at it from this angle of delivering good for both the character and for the fans, then honestly, I don't care how much you profit off it because I just want this story to have a good ending. And at least it seems like the creators are trying to do just that. But will Dexter Original Sin make amends for all of this? From the first episode, it seems like the road from here might be able to. Spoilers ahead. In this first episode, I was pleasantly glad to see that the first 5 minutes were being used to tease out and quickly confirm that yes, Dexter is still alive and will return later with what I believe they are calling it as Dexter Resurrection. It was short and sweet, but exactly what it needed to be. And hearing that voice of Michael C. Hall, who really hasn't missed a beat in all of this, was just a wonderful, soothing sound to hear. He's always been the heart and soul of the show, but man, it's always such a joy to hear him in character, and I can't wait to see him return in the flesh in 2025. From here, we go back in time, and while yes, it's a bit cheesy with the whole life flashing before your eyes type of narrative tool, it gets us to where we need to be quickly, and that's seeing Dexter as a young adult coming up to graduating college. Admittedly, hearing the younger actor Patrick Gibson's voice mannerisms mimicking the same tones from what I know of Michael C. Hall as Dexter did feel a little bit off, or rather, it just felt like he was trying a little bit too hard to sound exactly like him. But after a few scenes, it kind of grew on me and I just forgot about it. I mean, it's still weird picturing Dexter as this long-haired, quirky dork with strange mannerisms, but it wasn't overly horrendous, and after that initial shock of getting used to this new face with this old voice, it was just like going back to normal. In a strange way, I actually enjoyed hearing the voices and mannerisms for almost all of the other characters, especially of the actress playing a young Deborah Morgan. I think here the difference was that they were genuinely more convincing, and she in particular absolutely nailed the tone, the attitude, and the swearing sounds of Deb to a T. I also thought they did a pretty good job casting for these younger characters overall, especially with whoever is playing Batista, because man, that actor looks exactly like the older version of himself. In terms of the story, I thought the overall plot was perhaps a little bit on the safe side, but solid enough to both introduce us to this almost alternative universe of the Dexter world and give us as fans what we all really came to see. Dexter in action, working to crack a case while hunting down potential targets, and ultimately seeing him take them out. I thought it was kind of interesting seeing him go through these early emotions and feelings of what it's like for his first kill, even though there were a lot of aspects skipped over, like what the code exactly was, the training from Harry to Dexter, and even how those urges originated in the first place. But I have a feeling that the creators maybe just wanted to cut to the chase a little bit more and see Dexter going through these feelings of trying to get these urges quenched. And that trade-off of not going through all of that build-up is allowing the fans to see things quicker because they kind of know all of that already. Is it detrimental to miss out on those aspects? Not really. But I think it could have been nice to see, or at least have a few scenes show up here or there to add some more context for the uninitiated, because at times it does kind of feel that had you absolutely no clue about who Dexter was previously, then you might just think he's a pubescent teen with these weird serial killer urges that seem to come out of absolutely nowhere. and you have no idea what this whole code even means or where it comes from. I also like that the villain of choice for the episode being that of a nurse that silently kills people, because man, I just find stories like that in real life to be ever so messed up, and it kind of scares me deep down inside if I was ever to go to a hospital or have a family member to be looked after by people who you're meant to trust, but who you also realize that you actually don't really know anything about them at the same time. The whole situation's kind of just a little bit horrifying. But look, yeah, nothing too fancy, nothing too special, fairly straightforward, and a nice easy introduction to this new universe. Was it a completely flawless episode? No. I mean, there seemed to be a music break after music break with each transition that just felt a little bit like lazy filmmaking, and I also question why Harry didn't put Dexter into Miami Metro sooner instead of going all the way through med school to then go into this internship. But at the end of the day, it just felt like Dexter, and hearing Michael C. Hall with that inner voice of this infamous character made it all that much better. The casting seems good, the characters seem fun, and hopefully with more episodes the plot will expand nicely into this backstory in prequel that feeds into the beginning of what we all came to know and love. So will Dexter Original Sin make amends for everything? Maybe, but I believe that will ultimately be decided by what happens with Dexter Resurrection, because for now we're here to watch this younger Dexter, so who knows? I guess we'll just have to wait and see.
Dexter, welcome to the first day of the rest of your life. I hope you'll be happy here.
Oh, I'm sure I will be.
I know you think you know it all, but you've got a lot to learn, amigo. Take a seat. You get the little one.
My new life. Thought it might be a good idea to take it for a spin.